Hey YouTube, this is C the Smoke 67 and today's review is the Cusano P1 Maduro. Stay tuned.
Get your education. Mama drill that in my head, that was on the daily. Make me proud, you ain't dumb, you the one gon' make it. Don't get me wrong, there'll be trials and tribulation. Gotta hold on and be strong, there's so much you facing. Jealousy can get you gone with no hesitation.
The Cusano P1 Maduro. This is a 6x60. So it's a 60 ring gauge, hefty, girthy, robusto cigar. Look at that nice chocolate Maduro wrapper. Look at that thing. It's a beautiful cigar, man. Has a smell of like leather. It's a nice leathery aged tobacco smell. It's a beautiful cigar, beautiful stick, nice band, contrasting with that dark color, that black, that silver, and this dark wrapper. It does it for me. Okay, let's get into a little bit about this Cusano P1 Maduro. About the Cusano P1 Maduro, it has a Dominican filler, a Connecticut binder, and a nice Maduro enriched wrapper from Mexico. So you're getting a lot in this Cusano P1 Maduro. There's a lot of different countries involved in this thing. Let's cut it up, let's toast it up, and let's get into the initial tasting. Before we get into the cutting and the toasting of this Cusano P1, I would like for you to take a second to hit that subscribe button, and then right on to the side of that, hit that bell and give me a nice like. And if you feel like you like this video, share it with your friends and tell them about me. Now, let's get into the cutting of this P1. We brought back our friend, the perfect cutter. Let's cut it up. Good cut. That perfect cutter never lets me down. Look at that thing. Took off the right amount. Let's toast it up. Not a lot of smoke on the initial. It's kind of tight, but I think it'll loosen up once it warms up. I get a little leather taste in there, a little aged tobacco. No spice right quite yet, but it's just the initial. Let's get another pull. Still got that leather taste up front there. Aged tobacco is there. It's a little bit of a woodsy taste to it. Just a light bit of woodsy taste that's going on in there. It's pretty good. So I'll see you back on the first third. All right, back with the first third of the P1. Look at the ash on that thing. It's kind of a regular burn, but good cigar so far. Leathery taste, kind of a white, peppery spice to it. It's not a bad spice. It's not a harsh spice. Kind of a little sweet on the end, but that's pretty much it. Not a ton of smoke. This thing's not giving off a lot of smoke. It's still a little tight up in here, but it's kind of getting a little softer. You know, the heat, once it heated up, it's starting to get a little softer, but still a little tight. Pull on it. Not a ton of smoke. Not a ton of smoke at this point in time. But we'll see, and I'll see you in the second third. All right, back with the second third of the P1. And it has gotten a little bit better. That taste has gotten a little better. That leather is still up front. That nice white peppery taste is starting to get a little more warmer. and the sweetness has died down. It's still a nice medium smoke, medium body smoke, let me say that. On the retrohale, it gives you a great dose of those flavors, that leather, that nice white pepper, and that little bit of cocoa that's in this leaf. It gives you all of those flavors on a retrohale, and it's a great retrohale. It doesn't sting or anything like that. So I'll see you on the final third. All right, we are in the final third of the P1, and look at the ash on that thing. Very tight ash on it. Little flake, very tight ash. The flavor notes in the P1 was leather, a little bit of white pepper, sprinkling of cocoa, and a little sweet heat. But the P1 was all it was cracked up to be. It was not that bad. It was a medium, it was a true medium smoke. Now, let's get into my rating. Rating of the P1. You know my rating goes from 0 to 10. 10 being the highest, 0 being the least. The P1 sits right at a nice 4. The reason for the 4, I couldn't get a good heavy smoke on the P1. Other than that, the P1 was all it was cracked up to be and wrote about online. So, I recommend the P1 for you. And this is See the Smoke, and I'll see you on the next review.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling.